Oh, bless the divines, you came! Well met, and welcome. We have much to discuss. Will you tell me, what happened at Helgen?
Why would he want to help me? After he sees what I've become, he'll leave soon enough. But go tell him I'll meet with him regardless. At least then we can say our proper goodbyes to one another. We never got to do that before.
はい、今回はヘルゲンリボーンをやっていこうと思います。 LE の頃からあったもう有名なタイトルですね。名前の通りゲーム冒頭でぶっ壊れたヘルゲンの街を復興しようぜっていうクエストモッドなんですけど、主人公自身が率先して街を直すっていうよりかはヘルゲンの街に関わるノンプレイヤーキャラたちを助けていくっていうような感じの立ち位置のようです。それでは行ってみましょう。でクエストの開始条件なんですけど、メインストーリーを進めてグレイビアードのところまで行ったあたりでこちらのヘルゲンリボーン開始準備っていうのが始まるんで、これによるとヘルゲンリボーンガイドっていうのが所持品に入ってるんで、それを読めよって感じですね。
This story.
でこれはだいたいこんな感じの元ですよっていう開発者からのメッセージで、これを読み終わるとクエストがスタートすると。深刻な事態。ホワイトランで誰かが探している。
Maybe I should save that.
どこやろ。あ、ここか。ハンツマン。
どんなものでも揃ってる。質問があったら言ってくれ。
By the nine! I can't believe it's you. I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you.
パッツィ。私を探していた。何の話をしてるの。あ、そうそう、これだいぶ前に導入してて忘れてたんですけど、女性用のセリフというか主人公の応答っていう日本語ファイルもあるんで、こちらを選びました。
My master and I recently arrived here in Skyrim from Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you. I thought I'd check the tavern and inn here in Whiterun first, and then set out for the other towns tomorrow. But fortunately the gods favour me today, as you seem to have found me instead. He's heard of you escaped from that awful dragon attack and urgently needs to speak with you. I know nothing more than that. He's at the inn in Falkreath. Would you please meet him at your earliest convenience? He only wishes to talk to you. Here, he gave me this note to give you, and a small token of his appreciation. Now then, I bid you good day as I have another errand to run. No rest for the weary, as they say. Good day.
マーカス・ジャヌスからの手紙。
Huh? Are some of the pages missing?
親愛なる友へ、あなたがヘルゲンのドラゴンの襲撃を生き延びたと聞き、取り急ぎスカイリムまでやってきました。あなたを見つけ、この手紙を渡せることを期待して、私が最も信頼する伝令のパッツィを送りました。あなたは私にとって重要な情報を持つであろう唯一の生存者なのです。あの日の出来事についてぜひとも会ってお話を伺いたい。暗い時世ゆえ私からのせめてもの謝礼としてわずかながらゴールドをお納めください。ファルクリスのデッドマンズドリンクにてお会いいただけないだろうか。日本語化が綺麗じゃあデッドマンズドリンク行ってみましょう。あなたがマーカス・ジャヌス？ヘルゲンのことで会いたいそうだけど。
Oh, bless the divines, you came! Well met, and welcome. We have much to discuss. Will you tell me, what happened at Helgen?
ヘルゲンがドラゴンに襲撃されたことは知っているはずよ。ドラゴンを見たことはある？
Well, no, now that you mention it.
市民が一人でも生き延びられたかどうかは疑わしいわね。今やあの場所は荒れ放題だし。
Then it's as I feared. My brother and his family are
あ、家族があそこにいたんや。
Gods damn it all. I'd hoped for better news.
あ、弟とその家族か。もしもドラゴンの襲撃を逃れたとしても山賊が生かしておかないでしょう。
Yes, I've heard the fort is full of them. But appearances can also be deceiving. If I'm right, these are no bandits at all. I have it on good authority there is a man known only as Val inside the keep. He's the leader of a small group of mercenaries, for lack of a better term. Their aim is to kill Thalmor wherever they're found. That they've come out of hiding is beyond mysterious. They're insurrectionists. A resistance movement, if you will.
ああ、山賊じゃなくてレジスタンスなのかな。ボート、その男を知っているの？
His name is Valerius Tiberius Artorian. We served for many years together in the Imperial Legion as captains
すごい
under Titus
大行な
Lieb
名前やな。
II during the Great War. He was a good man in those days, an honorable man. Then the Aldmeri invaded and murdered his wife, son, and daughter in cold blood.
家族を殺された。詳しく教えてもらえる？
They marched them down the streets of the Imperial City and tortured them until they were dead, right in front of the Imperial Palace itself. They said, "Let it be known that any family members of Imperial officers found anywhere else in the province would receive a similar fate." There were many such atrocities committed by those wretched maggots within those walls, and even more unspeakable tragedies in the rest of Cyrodiil. We were under orders to flee the city for Skyrim when they invaded. We left our people, our families, defenseless. Most did not survive. The few that did make it out of there were scattered as refugees throughout the rest of the province. The plan was to regroup here in Skyrim, rest and resupply our forces, and return to the Imperial City to retake it. That took almost a year. Surely you know the history. If not, this book will help you understand a little of what we went through.
結構あれかな。会話がっつり入るタイプのクエスト元なのかな。街に何が起きたの？
When we finally returned to the city, there wasn't much left. We split our forces, and I led the charge from the southern waterfront district, while Valerius attacked from the west. March right down to the main gate and knock on the door, he said. The man had guts, that's for sure. After we retook the city, he started to change. He knew his family was gone, but when he learned that they were tortured in the streets, he went mad and vowed to avenge their deaths. He started conducting covert operations that were unknown even to me, his closest friend. He took a handful of his most loyal men and began assassinating Aldmeri officers and diplomats, wherever he could find them. Of course, all of this was without knowledge or consent from our commanders. When they were caught, well, let's just say justice was swift. But the Aldmeri feared making a martyr out of him, as they knew the people were aware of his family's torture and murder.
すると彼を処刑してはいないと。
No, but under pressure from the Thalmor, Titus locked him and his men away in the Imperial prison for the rest of their lives. Soon after, I decided my service had come to its end, and retired from the Legion. But you don't get to be a captain and not accumulate a few favors.
当ててみましょうか。あなたが彼の脱獄を助けたんじゃない？
Well, yes and no. I wasn't actually involved in the operation, but a young lieutenant who served under me was stationed there after I retired. And he found an ancient passage out of the prison that had long been forgotten about. We always heard the stories about it from ages ago. But none of us believed they were true, and dismissed them as fairy tales. But they were true, and Lieutenant Buckingsley found the passage. So, on a dark and stormy night, Buckingsley quietly slipped a key into Valerius's cell, and created a diversion, which bought Val enough time to escape.
バッキング3って人の名前なんやな。それでバルに何があったの？彼の部下たちはどうなったかしら？
They went straight away to Hammerfell, to join the Redguard rebellion against the Aldmeri Dominion. It was rumored a secret brotherhood who called itself the Keepers of Hatsu
あ、
was formed
ストロス M 会
after
や。
the signing of the Second Treaty of Stros Makai.
いや
Most
まあ
people
仕方ねえ
pass
よ
these
な。
rumors off as baseless
バニラが
gossip,
M 会やからな。
but the name Hatu always had intrigued me.
どうして気になるの？長いな話。
Hatu was the mountain where the Red Guard hero Frandar Hunding and his sword singers made their final stand against the armies of Hira. It was a bloody battle in their history, but their victory led them to a new land they named Hammerfell, which began the modern-day Red Guard society. Here, I brought a few of my old books along, just to refresh my memory. Perhaps you'd like to study them, if you're interested in history. You may read them at your leisure.
おお。結構あれやな。ストーリーしっかり読み込んだ方が面白そうな元やな。ありがとう。
Where were we? Oh, yes, the name is a metaphor, meant to imply a final stand, much the same as the one Frandar made at Hatu Mountain. It was also widely known that this brotherhood was made of all races, all united in a singular cause under the banner of the hammer and anvil.
サルモールを倒すでしょ。これ多分下選んだら話進むんやろうな。
Yes, I see you've been listening. Not only defeat them, though. That would not be enough. But to cleanse Tamriel of the Thalmor and their racist Aldmeri dominion forever.
それでなぜバレリウスがその一団と関わっていると思うの？
Yes, interesting, isn't it? I've heard the name Valerius Artoria associated with them on more than one occasion. First, who better to lead such an organization than someone as skilled in warfare as he? Second, who better to intimidate your enemy than a legend well known as an assassin of their kind, even if he were dead? And if he is still alive, and his men still serve with him, it seems logical that they would return to Skyrim along with the Thalmor.
あ、ようやく進んだ。それで私がその話にどう関わってくるのかしら。
I need you to go try and talk to Valerius. Reason with him. Tell him Marcus Janus requests a meeting with him. Tell him I'll come to the fort alone. Present company excluded, of course. Give this ring to him. It was his wife's wedding band. If any of his men try to accost you, show it to them and tell them it is a gesture of goodwill from me. They'll give you quarter if they know I sent you. Approach the guards and show them the ring. Tell them Marcus Janus sent you to see Valerius Tiberius Artoria on urgent business. Show them this note with my seal, but tell them it's for Valerius. His eyes only. Please, return to me as soon as you can. I'll prepare to leave and be ready to go when you return. Make haste, young one, and may fortune favor the foolish.
おお。ジャーナル読もう。
Need a moment to think.
まあとりあえずヘルゲンに行ってバレリウスに会うんやろ。マーカス・ジャヌスと名乗る男に会った。彼は帝国軍の退役した隊長で、弟と家族がヘルゲンで生き残ったかどうかを確かめるためにスカイリムにやってきた。バレリウスという名の旧友が砦を占拠している山賊のボスだが、山賊のふりをしているだけかもしれないと彼は思っていた。もし本当にバレリウスならばマーカスに会うよう説得してほしいと頼んできた。バレリウスの死んだ妻サブリナの指輪とバレリウス宛ての手紙を渡された。たとえ止めても善意の印として彼の一味にこの品を送ってマーカスがバレリウスと会いたがっていることを示すつもりだ。さあ最後のこの決心はなんか勝手に私の決心を書かないでくれよって感じやねんけどさっきもらった本をちょっと読んでみたんですけど、今から会うバレリウスだったかなはサルモールに自分の鍵かかってる。
Delicate
家族を
operations
処刑さ
require
れて
delicate
恨んで
fingers.
レジスタンスになったみたいな感じの話ですね。戦闘になるのかな。なんか来た。
Stop right there. Don't even think about moving. You see my friends coming? They won't hesitate to kill you if you so much as breathe funny. Now, who are you? And what is the meaning of this intrusion? Quickly now, Speak.
あの山賊はあなたたちには都合が良かったみたいね。うまく化けたものだわ。揉め事を起こしに来たわけじゃない。あえてこっち選んでみようか。
Oh, funny guy, eh? How funny would it be if we got you like a hawker?
バレリウスと緊急に話し合いたいことがあってきたわ。彼はここにいるはずよ。
Never heard of him. You are mistaken. There's nobody by that name here. Now, be on your way. We don't want to hurt you.
マーカス・ジャヌスから緊急の伝言があるの。道を開けてちょうだい。
Don't know him either. I'm beginning to run out of patience with you. Leave now.
いい加減にして、正体は分かってるの。あなたたちは山賊なんかじゃない。
I don't know who you are, stranger, or what you want. But I advise you to choose your words very carefully from here on out.
マーカスからの贈り物よ。バル夫人の結婚指輪よ。
Let me see that. Did you say Marcus Janus? From the war, Marcus Janus. Why didn't you say so?
言うたやん。そう言ったじゃない。それに彼からバレリウスへの手紙があるわ。彼にしか見せられないの。
Very well. I will take
あ、
you
手
inside.
紙の中読んでなか
But
ったな。
all of us have our eyes on you. And if you try and start trouble, it will be the last trouble you ever start. Follow me.
Balfring, what do you think you're doing? Who is this person, and why have you brought them here?
お、これがバル
She
か。
has an urgent message for you from Marcus Janus. She was alone, and I thought you would want to talk to her.
What?
こう向いた方がいい
Marcus
か。
Janus. Balfring, have you gone completely mad? That's impossible.
I thought the same thing, sir, but it's true. She showed me a letter to you with Marcus's seal. It's real, all right. And sir, somehow Marcus has found Sabrina's wedding ring and sent it to you.
Very well. We'll see about this. Balfring, you're dismissed. All of you may resume your patrols.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who you are or why you're here, so you'd better have some good answers to my questions. May I see that ring?
受け取って。これはあなたのものよ。
You say you were sent by Marcus Janus? Where is he now?
彼はファルクリースであなたの返事を待っている。
And do you know how he came into possession of this ring?
彼はその指輪をあなたが捕まった後のテートで見つけたのでしょうね。
Yes, I suppose that may have been possible, but this is all so overwhelming.
家族のことは残念だったわね。
Thank you. I love them very deeply. I nearly went mad after they were murdered by those Altmeri dogs. I wanted nothing but vengeance. Every day of my life is burned with nothing but the desire to make them pay for their murders. But enough of that. Let's see this letter you brought. Yes. Marcus Janus. It's certainly you, all right. But what do you want with me? Tell me, how has he found me here?
彼はバルという山賊がこの砦を占拠したと聞き、あなたかもしれないと思ったそうよ。それだけで、
Very clever, that one.
それだけで
Always was.
気づくの。
Bandits. It's not far from the truth, though. A fitting ruse is that's about what we've become. Living our lives in the shadows, hiding and skulking about like some caged skeever looking for his next piece of cheese.
あなたは立派な男よ。彼はあなたが大戦で太鼓を持って帝国に尽くしたと言っていたわ。
Honor? Bah. Any honor I had died with the first Altmeri diplomat I assassinated. I'm not the same man he knew. But no doubt he's filled your head with tales of glory from the war, and stories of the keepers of Hatu. Oh, I'm afraid that man no longer exists. This hatred, it's consumed me, taken my life. I suppose I would still be rotting down in that damn prison were it not for Marcus. Now I'm just rotting here instead. And rot is nonetheless still rot. The only difference really is where and how.
それならマーカスが力になれるかもしれないわ。彼が会いたがっている理由も多分それよ。
Why would he want to help me? After he sees what I've become, he'll leave soon enough. But Go tell him I'll meet with him regardless. At least then we can say our proper goodbyes to one another. We never got to do that before. Now, be gone. Please leave me in peace.
じゃあ一旦戻って会いましょうってとこまで行こうか。バルと話したわ。あなたに会うことに同意してくれたわよ。
Excellent. Well done, my friend. I'm ready to go, but there's just one thing. I'm getting too old for fighting. Well, at least by myself, that is. I was hoping that it wouldn't be too much of a burden on you to escort me to the keep. There's another 250 gold in it for you if you will.
まあいいでしょう。
I'm right behind you, but don't go too fast. Unlike you young ones, I'm not cut out for this shite anymore.
これあれかな。ファストトラベル使わん方がええやつかな。
Valerius Tiberius Arctoria, you old dog. Come here, my friend. Let us have a look at you.
Marcus, why have you come here?
Valerius, I'm sure this is quite a shock to you, and terribly unexpected. I came here to check on my family, but it appears none of them survived. Then I realized you were here, so I decided it was in both our interests for two old friends to meet again. At last.
Ah, your brother, yes. Marcus, I'm very sorry. But whatever the circumstances, it does my eyes good to see you again after all these years.
Yes. Same here, old friend. Same here. So, the Keepers of Hatu in Skyrim. Who would have ever dreamed of such a time?
All right, Janice, what is it you really want? Don't forget, I know you, so out with it!
Yes, you do know me, old friend, better than most. Very well. I aim to rebuild this town, and make her my home.
Rebuild? Janice, I have no intention of helping you or anyone else rebuild a town. I'm here on other business.
Yes, I know, Valerius, but if what I propose is true, perhaps we can be mutually beneficial to one another. All I'm asking is that you hear me out. After that, if we're not in agreement, we can part ways and you'll likely never see me again. But Valerius, there's plenty of time to get to all that later. Right now, let's just catch up on old times.
Well, you're in luck, Janice. Those bandits left some fresh wine downstairs, and I need a drink.
Yes, I could use a drink too, old friend. Let me say goodbye to my new friend, and I'll join you. I can't thank you enough for your help. As agreed, here is your compensation.
ありがとう。しかしあなたはこれまでヘルゲン再建のことは言わなかったわね。なぜ？
I apologize for that. I certainly wasn't intentionally keeping anything from you. I just wanted to meet with Valerius before I brought it up. But yes, I want to make Helgen my home. But she certainly has seen better days, that's for sure. You know, I grew up just across the border in Cyrodiil. And Helgen was always a place my family visited when I was a boy. I have many fond memories of those days. And now, with my brother and his family gone, let's just say he'd be happy that I settled here. And from what I could tell as we came in, it'll be a lot of work cleaning everything up. But nothing impossible. Then we can take a look at what's left of these buildings and begin rebuilding from there. I'm sure there'll be plenty of work for you if you're interested. Why don't you take a day and think about it? That'll give Valerius and I some time to catch up and come up with a plan. Can you return to see us in a day or so?
ではまた後で会いましょう。
Thank you once again, friend. I'll see you then.
Now then, Marcus, let's go get that wine.
というわけ
We're in one
で
piece, so I
こい
trust
つ
the
ら
trip
と
went smoothly.
一緒にこの
Yes.
ヘルゲンを再建していくわけや。
Of course, I had
もうなん
Patsy
か
to
仲
protect
良し
me.
やな。今から飲みに行く
Ah,
んや。
yes, dear Patsy.
あ、ちなみに
Oh,
歩いてき
there's
て
not a
も
more
特
loyal
に意味は
man
な
in
か
all
った
of
ですね。
Tamriel. I'm pleased the road was kind to you.